Hi there, welcome to the Western Nut Company. You might know us for our Christmas gifts. But our factory and retail store are open year-round. In our factory, we carefully roast our nuts, craft our famous brittles, and hand-build over 65 different gifts. Here, let me show you around. Now, when we receive the nuts, they're stored in our warehouse until they're needed for roasting. But before we can roast them, they need to be cleaned. This machine uses air to blow foreign objects like twigs, stems, or leaves out from among the nuts, like the peanuts we're roasting today. As they're being cleaned, the peanuts and the objects will be sent into separate containers. The foreign objects are sent up and through a pipe into the gray container to be thrown away. And the clean peanuts sent down into the yellow container to be roasted. And that's just the first step in ensuring that you get the best. Hey, nice work, Jake! Alright folks, let's get cooking. We roast 150 to 300 pound batches of raw nuts in hot peanut oil for about 4 to 9 minutes, depending on the nut.
But that oil is really hot, like a really bad sunburn hot. So safety first, Master Roaster.
All our nuts are roasted in refined peanut oil. Our master roasters carefully inspect the coloring of the nuts to determine whether they're done cooking. They know just when the nuts are done. Next, we'll lift the nuts out of the oil ever so slightly so that excess oil can drip off, but the heat from the cooker can continue to roast the nuts. Oh, it looks like they're done. Let's move them on over for the next step. Since these peanuts need to be salted, first we drizzle a fine layer of corn syrup over them, just enough to assure that the salt stays on the nut so every one tastes perfect. Then we sprinkle the salt on in an even pattern and mix it to ensure that it's perfectly distributed on the nuts. All our salted nuts are lightly salted, but we also carry unsalted and raw nuts. Now this next step is important. After we salt them, we package the nuts in sterile cardboard boxes in preparation for the next step. It's called bleeding. Before we sell them, we allow all oil roasted nuts to bleed off excess oil from the roasting process. It usually takes about 3 days for these peanuts to bleed properly. This time period allows our nuts to reach the perfect balance between taste and nutrition. When the nuts are all done bleeding, we package them in 1 or 3 pound bags for the store, or in cases for wholesale customers. Anyone who wants more than 3 pounds of nuts can buy them in bulk to get that ideal amount they need for things like weddings, parties, or trade shows. We calibrate the scales in these machines often and quality check every single bag so they're all just the right weight. And now our finished products go to the store to be sold or to the warehouse for storage until we need them. We check daily to ensure that the products on the shelf are still fresh and delicious. We won't compromise taste for shelf life. We know you're going to love our product, but if for any reason you don't, simply come on back and we'll gladly exchange the product or refund the total purchase. You're not going to find this kind of freshness anywhere else. Oh, here's one of my personal favorites. Western Nut Honey Roasted Peanut Butter. While this sweet, thick peanut butter might be my own personal preference, we grind delicious butters out of any kind of roasted nut. I'll let you in on our secret. The key to our amazing nut butters is that the only ingredient is the nuts themselves, which we grind in this machine. Another thing we do here is handcraft our famous brittles. Yes, famous. These are some of our most popular products. We actually sold over 16,000 pounds of it in 2013. We know that lots of people know how to make brittle, but our secret recipe matched with the care we take in combining high quality ingredients makes ours unparalleled. Man, this brittle is absolutely mouth-watering. Here's how we make it. Our experienced candy makers start out with sugar, corn syrup, butter, and water in a kettle and melt them together until the thick caramel-like mixture is the perfect consistency and color. Then we add the nuts. It takes a lot of stirring to make a 40-pound batch. When the nuts have been thoroughly mixed in and are coated with a delicious layer of the caramel mixture, the brittle is removed, flattened into thin pieces, and allowed to cool from its cooking temperature. After cooling, we package the pieces for sale. Our unique no corners cut brittle making process is a labor-intensive by hand process that requires a high level of skill and excellent stamina. Aside from roasting nuts and crafting brittle, we also attentively piece together a lot of gifts here. Each basket we sell is assembled with care by hand. In 2013, we made over 4,100 baskets. Take that, Easter Bunny. Last year, we wrapped over 64,000 of our gifts, and one reason they're in such demand is because they're hand-wrapped in high-quality seasonal gift wrap, so they're ready for you to give them as exquisite and healthy gifts. Time for my wife's favorite part of the store, the Fudge Bar. The fudge we make is homemade and delicious. Besides chocolate, we have other flavors like chocolate nut, chewy praline, and some more adventurous flavors like eggnog in the winter and watermelon in the summer. You gotta try them. Hey, you remember those delicious cinnamon roasted nuts you can sometimes find in the malls during the holidays or at sporting events or carnivals? Well, we make cinnamon roasted almonds and pecans right here in our store. Wait for it. All year long. With this machine, we cook the raw nuts as they're coated with an amazing cinnamon and sugar glaze. During the holidays last year, we had kiosks in 6 malls along the Wasatch Front, so our customers had more access to the gifts they wanted. And, in addition to our factory store, our products were carried in 30 stores across Utah and 2 in Wyoming. All year you can buy our products at our factory store, over the phone, or on our website. We ship in the US and Canada. As a company, we strive to combine timeless techniques and modern practices to provide each customer with the ideal experience. Yeah, we've changed a lot since we opened up as a family business back in 1966, but we will never change our values and time-tested commitments to uncompromised quality, care, and service. So I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I'm glad you got to meet our family and see them hard at work bringing you the best, because at Western Nut, it's only the finest.